we have started this Honeysuckle book, and as you don't know that G book still with you, so we have started this Honeysuckle, and this book is full of interesting stories, and that we have done unit number 1. And in unit number 1 we had that interesting story of Patrick and that tiny man and that homework issue we have discussed in lesson number 1. So all the story, as I told you, that all the stories from this book are very much interesting. So now here I am. Here I am with second story or second lesson of this book, and the name of that lesson is How the Dog Found Himself a New Master. So now you can see here, this story is about animal. The story is about dog, and we have many other animals in this story, and those are wolf, bear, dog, tiger. So these are the animals you will find in this book. So now you can imagine how interesting the story will be. So before we start this story, I have one suggestion for you, that please keep this book with you while you watch this video. So it will be easier for you to understand each and every line, and each and every word of this story. And you can connect yourself with the story if you have this book with you. So it is a request from me, student, please keep a book with you. Now, unit number 2, How the Dog Found Himself a New Master, and this story is about dog. As you all know that people keep dog at their houses. So dog can be considered as a domestic animal, as a tame animal. So how this have been started? How and since when people have been starting to keep dog and other animals as domestic animal, as tame animal? So here the story, the history of that thing is in this story. So before we start this story, we have this before you read session, and in that I am reading here this before you read session. After that we'll go for original story. In fact, just like Patrick's story, this story is also divided in 10 paragraphs. So you will find 10 paragraphs in this story. Before you read, you may know that the dog and the wolf are closely related. See, generally we don't know if dog and wolf come before us. So it is a little bit difficult for us to identify which animal is dog and which animal is wolf. So they both look alike, we can say that. So here the author is also telling that dog and the wolf are closely related. Closely related, it means they both look alike. You may also know something about how over the centuries human beings have domesticated and tamed wild animals. So which type of animals do we keep as a domesticated animal, or we can consider as tame animals? So see, we keep dog, we keep horse, we keep cow, we keep buffaloes, and somehow we keep that cat. So these all are called domestic animals because we can keep those animals at our home. So the story is about that. Here is a story about how the dog became a tame animal. So how that dog became tame animal, or how people started using or people started keeping dog as a domesticated animal, as a tame animal. So how this history, how this scenario had been started, that is given in this story. So let's start it. The name of the story is How the Dog Found Himself a New Master, and the story is on page number 17. I am reading from here, paragraph number 1. Dogs were once their own masters and lived the way wolves do. It means in freedom until a dog was born who was ill-pleased with his way of life. He was sick and tired of wandering about about by himself. So here we are talking about dogs. So here dogs were once their own master. So the story lead us to centuries ago. So here author is telling that before centuries, dogs are used to be their own master. Means they didn't have any kind of masters and live the way wolves do. Means dogs were used to live in freedom, just like wolves. Until a dog was born who was still pleased with his way, this way of life. But one day what happened, when dog was born and the dog was not happy with the way the other dogs were living their life. It means those dogs, the new dog was not pleased with the way of other dog living their lives. So here we got one word, that is ill-pleased. And the meaning of that word is also given in your book. Ill-pleased means it is an old-fashioned way of saying. So we can consider this ill-pleased word as old-fashioned English word, and the meaning of this word is not happy. Means the person who is not happy with their life, the person who is not happy with the things he or she has. So we can say that person is ill-pleased person. So here our dog is ill-pleased with the way other dogs were living their lives. With this way of life, he was sick and tired of wandering about by himself, looking for food and being frightened of those who were stronger than him. So he was sick. Now he was tired of wandering about by himself in search of food and water. Wandering means moving from one place to another. Means what he had to do. So he had to wander from one place to another place in search of food and water. And he was sick of that and being frightened of who were stronger than he. And he had to be frightened. He had to be scared of the animals who were stronger and mightier than him. So this new dog was not happy with this kind of life. Now para second. So here in para 1 we got our new dog with a new idea. Now second, he thought it over and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on the earth. And he set out to find such a master. So in second paragraph, our dog got one idea. And what was that idea? The idea of keeping a master of himself. Dog decided to be a servant of someone who was mightier and who was powerful than himself or itself. So he decided to keep a master, or he decided to become a servant of someone. So he started a journey of finding that animal who was powerful than him. So here we got one word, that is set out. To set out means to begin. Means the dog started, or the dog began to find a master for himself. On para 3, he walked and he met a kinsman of his, a big wolf who was as strong as he was fierce. So when he was walking in the jungle, suddenly he saw, or we can say, suddenly he met with a kinsman of his. Kinsman means here a relative. So kinsman is also an old-fashioned word for English language. So here kinsman means a relative. So he met a kinsman of his. It means he met a wolf in the jungle. Now what did he do with wolf? A big wolf who was as strong as he was fierce. And that wolf was very big, and just that wolf was as big as dog, and that wolf was very ferocious. The wolf was very violent, very powerful, very mighty, we can say. So here another word we can get is fierce, and fierce means we have 3 meanings of fierce: violent, furious and frightening. So that wolf whom that dog met was was violent, wolf was furious, and wolf was frightening. Now number 3. He walked and he met a kinsman of his, a big wolf who was as strong as he was fierce. Now, where are you going, dog? The wolf asked. That wolf asked a question to dog that where he was going. I'm looking for someone to take up service with. Would you like to be my master, wolf? And the dog replied. Dog answered wolf that he was looking for a master. And he just proposed to wolf to be a master of him or not. So here we got one phrase that is to take up service with. It means become the servant of. So dog proposed to wolf to become his master, whether he was interested or not. So when wolf asked dog where he was going at that time, dog answered that he was going for the search of his master, and he proposed to wolf to be his master. I don't see why not, the wolf said, and he agreed upon, and two of them went on together. And the wolf was ready to be a master of dog, and they both started his journey. They both started their journey in the jungle. They both started walking in the jungle. Number 4 paragraph. They walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose, sniffed, darted quickly off the path and into the bushes and crept deeper into the forest. Now they both were going in the forest. Slowly and steadily both were enjoying their journey, both were enjoying their company, and they both were going very smoothly. But suddenly what happened? Suddenly when they walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose. Wolf started lifting his nose above. Sniffed, darted quickly off the path. Darted here we have, darted means moved quickly or suddenly. And wolf suddenly started running. We don't know why, but something he had, and he had seen something, and he started running quickly off the path and into the bushes, and he just hid himself into the bushes. Bushes means full of trees with thorns, and crept deeper into the forest. And he just went into the forest where no one could see him. It means the wolf was frightened here. Wolf was scared of someone or something. Wolf saw something and he became frightened. The dog was much surprised, and it was surprising thing for dog. He was surprised to see this thing, because see that dog believed that wolf was powerful than dog, and the situation of wolf. After seeing the situation of wolf, the dog was surprised that why this wolf became frightened. What's come over you, master? He asked. What was frightened you? So, come over you means affected you. So, dog was surprised. So, he just asked his master, what happened? Why you became so frightened? Can't you see? There's a bear out there, and he might eat up both us, you and me. So, what happened there? There was a bear, a big bear, and wolf was frightened by seeing that bear, and he just suggested dog to sit under the bushes, otherwise that bear would eat up both of them. Paragraph number 5. Saying that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him, and he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. Now here dog got one idea. See, dog wanted master who was powerful than himself. So here wolf was frightened by the bear. So dog got idea that dog decided that wolf was not powerful than bear. That bear was powerful than wolf. So he decided to make bear his master, and he just left wolf, and he just got the company of bear as a master. The bear agreed to this readily and said, let's go and find a herd of cows. I'll kill a cow, and then we can both eat our fill. So when dog proposed, or we can say dog put proposal before master, that bear was ready. He was very happy, and he told that let's go and find a herd of cows. And he also told that he would kill that cow and he would eat. He and dog both would eat meat of cow, and they both would enjoy that meat. Number 6 paragraph. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows. So now they both were walking in the jungle. And what they saw? They saw a herd of cows. Means there were many cows. But just as they were about to come up to eat, they were stopped by a terrible noise. So the bear was just about to kill a cow, but he just stopped himself. And why did he stop himself? He heard a noise from other side of the scene. What was that noise about? Let's see. The cows were mooing loudly and running in the panic in all the directions. And what he saw? He saw that cows were running and cows were frightened by something. So what was that? Here we got one word, mooing. Mooing means making the throat noise of cow. Means cows were making noise, and that noise making action is called mooing. And another word we got is panic, means frightened and horrified. So cows were very frightened and they were horrifying by something. Now what was that? On paragraph 7, the bear looked out for behind a tree, and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. So bear wanted to know that what happened, what the actually reason of cows this situation. So bear just hid himself behind the tree and he saw something. And as soon as he saw that thing, he also started running hastily. He also started running quickly in the forest. It means bear also became frightened by someone or something. What was that? Let's see. Now I am on page number 20. Now why did I have to come here? Said he to dog, it is the lion who ruled the forest in this part. So what did he see? He just saw a lion more powerful than bear. So he just told that dog that it was lion and lion was more powerful than him. The lion, who's he? Don't you know? He is the strongest beast on the earth. So the dog was surprised. So he just asked, who was lion? So that the bear replied that, don't you know that lion is the strongest beast, or we can say lion is the strongest animal on the earth. Well, then I said goodbye to you, bear. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. And what was the condition of dog? Condition was dog wanted a master who was powerful on the earth. And here that bear told dog that lion is the mightiest, lion is the strongest animal on the earth. So dog told that bear that now it was time to say goodbye to you, because I'll choose that lion as my master. Now paragraph 8, and off the dog went to ask the lion to be his master, and that lion was now onward master of that dog. The lion agreed to it, and the dog stayed with him and served him for a long time. And lion was happy to be a master of that dog, and he was just ready to be a master of dog. And they both were living their life together, servant-master life, very happily. It was a good life, and he had nothing to complain of, for there was no stronger beast in the forest than the lion. Both were happy with each other's company. So there was no complaint from each other's side, because lion is the strongest animal in the forest. And no one dared touch the dog or offend him in any way. Here we got one word, that is, and as you know that lion is the mightiest animal in the world or in the forest. So no one has dared to ask anything, or no one has dared to complain anything about lion. So both were living their life very happily. So here we get one word, that 11 number word, that dog or offend him in any way. So offend word he got, which is not given, the meaning is not given in your book. Offend means to disobey. Or you can say another word for offend is rebel. So no one has guts, no one has power to disobey the dog or to disobey the lion. Now on para 9. But one day the two of them were walking side by side along the path and ran amid bad cliffs when all of a sudden the lion stopped. Now they were leading their life very easily. They were leading their life very happily. They both were happy in each other's company. So now one day what happened? When the two of them were walking in the jungle, suddenly lion saw something or lion heard something and lion was stopped. And they both were walking along the path that ran amid bare cliffs. So here we got two words, amid and cliffs. Amid, it means among, and number 14 is cliff, which is given in your book, a steep high rock often at the edge of the sea. So they were just walking over the cliff amid bare cliffs where all of a sudden the lion stopped. Lion was stopped by hearing something. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw with such a force that the whole foamed there. Then he began to back away very quietly. So what happened? That lion was frightened by something. So he just started roaring. He just became angry and he just forcefully pawed with such a force. He just struck his paw with such a force that a whole foamed there. Then he began to back away very quietly and he just started running back. Now that dog was really surprised to see what was that. What is it, master? Is anything wrong? Asked the dog surprised. Dog was surprised, so he just asked lion what was that. Why he became so frightened. I smell a man coming this way. The lion said, we would better run for it or we will be in trouble. So lion answered that I can smell, means he could smell a man, means a human being was there in the jungle or in the forest, and that lion was afraid of human being. That lion was afraid of a man, and that's why he just started running back. And he also suggested dog that we would better run for it or we will be in trouble. See, here it is we after that. So he suggested dog to be fled away from there, otherwise that man would kill that dog too. So here something like that is written. See. We better run for it or will be in trouble. So what is this? So this means we would, and this means we will. So we can say now that up to this paragraph, lion was powerful in jungle, but as soon as he smelled man, as soon as he just smelled man's presence, he became frightened. So here on this page, on this paragraph, man is more powerful than lion. Oh well, then I'll say goodbye to you, lion. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. And our condition, you know, dog has that condition that he wanted a master who was powerful on earth. And here lion is not powerful because he was frightened by man. So here we can say man became more powerful than lion. Now I am page number 21, and last para, that is number 10. And off the dog went to join the man, and he stayed with him and served him faithfully. So till then, since then, dog became the faithful servant of man. And since then up to today, we tame dog at our houses. And dog found himself safe, secure with the company of man. So he just served man faithfully. We have that saying that dog is the faithful animal on the earth. This happened long ago, but to this day the dog is man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. So after that, after leaving that lion's company, dog joined man company. So dog just kept that man as a master, and till today we have dog at our houses. We keep dogs, or we tame dog at our houses, and today the dog is very loyal to us, very faithful to us. So it means dog just enjoy enjoy people as their master. So here we got this story, means now we got that idea how that dog, how people start taming, or how people start domesticating dog as a tame animal, or how people start keeping dog as a tame animal in their houses. And we all enjoy this company of dog at our houses, as dogs are the faithful and loyal to their masters. So this is our unit number 2. We have completed this with 14 new words, and the message we get very interestingly. And here through this story we got to know the reason why people starts keeping dog as a tame animal. So now it's time to give you homework, and your today's homework is, here we have 14 new words. So your homework is write these 14 new words in your book. So by this we have completed our 2 unit from this honeysuckle. Now one thing you need to be known is, you have to make a fair book of English subject. In that fair book you have to write all the new words with question answer. Question answer, how to write question answers, that we will discuss. But up to this, two chapters new words must be there in your fair book of English. So this is for today. We'll meet again in next video, and we'll again start very interesting unit number 3. Till then, take care. Thank you.